the FIA Motocross World Championship, the Fiat Professional MXGP of France. MX2 Race 1, it was Paul Jonas with the Fox Whole Shot, the 7th of the season for the Red Bull KTM rider. Just behind him, the two Suzuki World MX2 riders of Siwa and Lawrence, with Prado just there in 4th place. But at the end of the first lap, Prado got himself up the inside and into 3rd, splitting the two Suzukis. Prado then fell about a lap later, down to 6th, and that's where the young Spaniard would finish. Meanwhile, with Jonas leading the way, Benoit Paturel was carving his way through. He made a move on Lieber to go into 4th. Then he went after Hunter Lawrence. Made that move to go 3rd. Lawrence was struggling with a broken gear lever and stuck in 2nd. His teammate sampled the dirt briefly, but he did manage to stay there in 2nd place. That set up a showdown in the final couple of laps, with Siwa fending off the challenge from Paturel. Jonas went on to win race 1 from Siwa, Paturel, Lieber and Lawrence coming home in 5th. MXGP race 1, and it was tight, but it was Max Nagel with his first Fox Whole Shot of the year, narrowly edging out Tony Cairoli. Cairoli, though, a 3rd of the lap through, found his way up the inside. A mistake from Nagel tipped him out of the rut. Cairoli took the lead, but not for long. Before the end of the lap, the Sicilian made a mistake, and the German was back through into the lead. Van Horbik was close behind as well in 2nd. Febvre had to work hard around the outside of Max Anstey to get himself into 9th. And towards the end of the race, Herlings and Gauthier Paulin were fighting over 5th place. Herlings eventually found his way through on the Frenchman. He closed in on Clément de Sale as well in the final stages of the race. De Sale was in 4th. Van Horbik made a mistake, dropping from 2nd to 3rd on the final lap to go 3rd, but it was Nagel, Cairoli, your first two.
Magnifique Max Nagel, deuxième Antonio Cairoli. Troisième.
MX2 race 2. This time, Benoit Paturel rocketed to his first Fox Whole Shot of the season, but he was closely pursued by the 41 of Paul Jonas, and in the early stages, Conrad Mewes, 426. But he was passed early on by Jeremy Siwa, who did not want to get left behind by the leaders. Siwa made a few challenges at trying to take 2nd, but Jonas was having none of it, and Hunter Lawrence was on the charge once again down the inside of Jorge Prado to get himself into 5th place, and then at the inside of Mewes to go 4th. Julien Lieber put in another solid performance. He was down and out of the top 20 on the opening lap, but the Belgian LRT KTM rider eventually brought it home in 6th. But all eyes were on the number 6 on the Khmer Yamaha, Benoit Paturel, leading every single lap in race 2. He brought it home ahead of the Red Bull KTM of Paul Jonas. Jeremy Siwa was 3rd, Hunter Lawrence 4th, and Jorge Prado was 5th. The overall Grand Prix, though, belonged to Jonas with a 1st and a 2nd. Paturel on the podium for the first time since Qatar with a 3rd and a 1st. Jeremy Siwa, 3rd overall with a 2nd and a 3rd. A brilliant crowd here, enthusiastic as always. But as the championship stands, Jonas now 42 points clear of Jeremy Siwa, with Thomas Kjær Olsen now 3rd, 39 points behind the Swiss rider. But a 4th Grand Prix victory for Paul Jonas here. And he continues to lead as we head to Russia, round 10.
Yeah, you know, in the first motor I felt really good. I got a whole shot and led all the way, you know, by controlling the race. You know, I felt really good. And then second motor again get a really good start, but Benoit was leading. So, you know, in front of his home crowd, it was actually really nice to race. You know, for sure it's nicer when it's your home crowd, but you know, like for me, you know, fans cheering on the trackside was really nice. You know, it was in the end really nice to let them listen to Latvian anthem. So, you know, I'm pretty happy, you know, with the weekend, and we continue to work and looking forward for Russia.
MXGP race 2. This time, Tony Cairoli made sure the Fox Whole Shot was his for the 6th time this season. Jeffrey Herlings went down at the back of the pack, so too, just ahead of them, Arminas Jasikonis, and Herlings was one of the last riders away. Cairoli led on the opening lap, but he was closely followed by the 25 of De Sale, the 21 of Paulin, and the 12 of Nagel. By lap 2, De Sale made his move into the lead. Cairoli was now 2nd. Behind them, was the 2.59 of Koldenhoff. He made that mistake whilst third, allowing Paulin into third position by lap 3. And then he quickly found his way around the outside of Kai Rowley by lap 5 to get himself into second on his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Hurlings was putting in a determined effort to fight his way through the field. He found his way past Nagel and got himself onto the rear end of Romain Fevre. And all the while, he was just knocking on the door for the top 5. That's eventually where he fell. Nagel, not so lucky though, lost 1 position, eventually fell down to 9th just after the halfway mark. But Clément de Saux, in search of his first victory after qualifying race win on Saturday, finally got the job done in race 2. It wasn't just the race win though for the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider, it was also the overall victory. Paulin came home second, Kai Rowley third, Fevre and Hurlings running out the top 5. And the Grand Prix though belonged to de Saux with a 4th and a 1st, Kai Rowley 2nd and 3rd, Paulin 6th to the 3rd overall. But Kai Rowley now 50 points clear, that's 2 motos clear of Gauthier Paulin. Clément de Saux 8 points further back. No Tim Geiser this weekend. That injured shoulder from Germany a week ago meant that he did not ride any laps on Sunday morning. The red plate obviously then being delivered to Tony Kai Rowley. Next stop, Russia and all in all.
Yes, I'm really happy, to win the second moto and the overall, because first moto was not like I won, I didn't hit the start, and then I was stuck a little bit, and then I could not find my rhythm, and I did some mistakes, but really happy to finish like that.